Hey, what's up guys? Thanks for the great feedback on the how I became a pro video. I thought I will make another video for you where I specifically talk about the most important thing for you to become a professional tennis player. So stay tuned and let's get right into it.
Hey, what you need, yeah? Man, I got it, wow. What you say, hey? We about it, get the green, yeah. Why you slacking? Why you talking out the top, boy, you can't. What you need, hey? Yeah, I got it, with the team, yeah. We about it, wow. Get the green, yeah. Why you slacking?
Alright, so before we start, this is for me the most important tip, but nonetheless, there is a lot of things that go into it, but at the end of the day, this tip will allow all the other aspects to work for you. And if you haven't watched the other video where I lay down the whole groundwork, in my opinion, on how to become a pro, check it out right here. And now let's get right into it. Alright, so the most important thing for you in order to become a professional tennis player is, as we Germans like to say, is to have a long breath. I want to start this with a little metaphor for you that I've learned from an excellent book. And it's about the Chinese bamboo tree. So hear me out before you laugh, but the Chinese bamboo tree needs 5 years to fully develop. And in the beginning it is very small. You have to water it every day for 5 years, and you basically see no growth at all whatsoever, zero growth. And then in the last 5 weeks, after watering it every single day, the tree grows 90 feet tall within 5 weeks. It's kind of a miracle. And it's not just a miracle, it's also a metaphor for success. And it goes hand in hand with what we Germans like to say, to have a long breath. So for me, you need to have tenacity. You need to be able to withstand the daily ups and downs. Don't overestimate the successes, don't overestimate the losses. Just daily focus on improving, and this can be very tough. It sounds very easy talking about it, and in reality it's not so easy to do that because a lot of emotions are involved. So there are many concepts that you have to understand to deal with this better, and one of them is that sometimes when you're very emotional, and having a big goal like becoming a pro is a very emotional thing. Otherwise it would not be a big goal, and you can kind of tell that by the emotions involved if something means something to you. But in business and sports, it's important to lower the emotions. You need reason. So very important to have a long breath, to do what it takes daily, because I think all of us know the things we have to do. We have to practice, we have to analyze. It's the same with losing weight. Everybody knows you have to eat healthy, you have to eat less, you have to exercise. The things you have to do are often quite simple, but to do them is very hard and needs a lot of discipline. So back to the emotional side of things. I urge you to really learn to control your emotions and don't go crazy when you had a big loss, and don't question everything, because it will burn you out. It's oftentimes not the physical side of things where you burn out, it's the mentality. You overestimate your losses, you feel bad, you question yourself, you compare yourself to others. What has this person achieved at this age? What has that person achieved at that age? That's very common in the tennis industry. And at the end of the day, as cliche as it sounds, everybody has his or her own way. And focusing on these things, what has this person done, is only distracting you from doing the daily work, which is at the end of the day everything you can do. And this leads into the second concept that underlines this most important tip in my opinion. It's you have to do the daily tasks. You cannot achieve a 10-year goal in one day. You have to lay out a plan, and then you have to execute the plan. And this is truly everything you can do. You cannot control in this moment right now what happens in the next 5 years. You can only control today. And let's say you have an injury today, then the only thing you can control is go to the physio, recover, maybe do some stretches, do some exercises, and that's it. You cannot go crazy today and be like, oh, what if I'm injured, I cannot do this and that. You can only control today. And the same thing is with practice. If you're fit, you can only control every shot, every drill, every exercise in the gym and do it as good as possible. And then you build those days, you stack those days, and this will, after a few years, create success. So the final tool I use in order to live this mentality of having a long breath, of doing the daily work, is have some fun with it. So these are very serious topics, and sometimes also people think I'm such a serious guy, and of course I am. I mean, I'm a German, we're more serious, we don't laugh. Just kidding, obviously. But it's important to have fun with it too, you know. If you look at all the super successful people, like they have fun with it, you know, like they enjoy what they're doing. Of course it's a hustle and you have to do the daily tasks, but they enjoy it, they have some swagger, you know, like you can see how they walk, and this is something I try to copy. And they are also originals, they do things their own way because that's what they enjoy. And for me, my example is, people always tell me, Hendrik, why do you lift weights? You go to the gym, like this is not good, this is not what a tennis player does, at least not the style I'm doing it, or that's what people think. But this is something that gives me The Rock talked about this when I was younger, it's an anchor. Like every day when I'm doing it, it resets my mentality, and I enjoy it. It gives me a good feeling, and it gives me power, actually. Like it could be something else for you. For you it could be doing yoga, it could be playing chess, it could be reading, it could be anything, you know. But for me it's that, and when I kind of check this box, I enjoy it, I feel good about myself, and then I have more energy to do other things. It's actually the opposite. Like people think, oh, it makes you tired physically. No, it gives me, of course it makes me a bit more tired physically, but in my opinion we don't burn out physically, we burn out mentally. And that's why I like to do things that I have fun with. I obviously have other things I have fun with, but some fun can also be counterproductive to your goals. So you have to find something that is not counterproductive to your goals, but is good, maybe goes hand in hand, gives you some balance, and gives you this mental power. Because we never, in my opinion, burn out physically. Of course it can happen, but it's most of the time the mentality side of things where you burn out. Alright guys, to sum it up, the 3 tips you need in order to have the long-term vision, to have the long breath. Number 1, emotional control. Don't get too crazy even about positive things, and especially not about the negative ones. Second, have a daily plan that gives you power that you can hold on to, and you can work on the day-to-day tasks that make you better. And 3, have some fun with it, because if you don't have fun, you have the danger of burning out mentally, and this is the biggest danger of losing the long breath, the long-term vision. And if you like this, check out the video how I became a pro, because I lay it down in more detail, and also the tennis specific aspects. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I wish you success, and leave me a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.